Universal Studios producer, director, Mrs. B. Scene 1. Hello, boys and girls around the world. Yes, my name is Mrs. B, and I'm a teacher in the United States. I'm so glad that you're able to join me today for a very special read aloud. But before we begin, I have a hello song just for you. And this is how it goes. Hello, boys and girls around the world. Hello, boys and girls around the world. How are you? How are you? I'm glad you're here to read and learn. We know we'll have some fun today. We love school every day, and so will you. I know Mrs. B is silly, plus she has a terrible singing voice. But boys and girls, I wanted to share a song with all of you. The book that I've selected for today's read aloud is called Kiss Goodnight. Boys and girls, this book was written by Amy Hest. She is the author of this book. And the person that drew the pictures is called an illustrator. And that person is Anita Duran. Boys and girls, this is the front or the cover of the book. If we turn it over, this is the back of the book. Let's turn it back over to the front. Look at the title again, Kiss Goodnight, and then the picture. What do you think that the story is going to be about? Yes, it's a bedtime story, and it has to do with a mother bear and a baby bear. And Mother Bear forgets to do something when she puts Baby Bear to bed, and I wonder what it is. We shall find out. But before we begin, I have 2 songs that go nicely with this book. And the first one is I Can Hug. I can hug, hug, hug. I can hop, hop, hop. I can kiss, kiss, kiss. I can stop, stop, stop. I can nod my head, yes, yes, yes. I can nod my head, no, no, no. I can sit down very low. The next one is called Hearts and Kisses, boys and girls. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little hearts. 4 little, 5 little, 6 little hearts. 7 little, 8 little, 9 little hearts. 10 little hearts and a kiss. You are special, you are special. If you look, you will see someone very special. Someone very special. Here's a kiss from me. Here's a kiss from me. I wish you a million kisses. I wish you a million kisses. I wish you a million kisses from my heart to all of you. I tried again. Mrs. B can't sing still. Boys and girls, before we begin also, I'm going to go over some sight words that you need to learn while you are in kindergarten. Sometimes I tell parents and boys and girls they should start practicing these sight words in preschool. And you're going to see these words in children's books. So you need to learn to know how to read each one of these words. and say them. So boys and girls, let's go over these. Also at the very end, I have an activity for you, and then I have another activity for you to do at home with your family. Now there's 26 letters of the alphabet. Each letter of the alphabet makes sounds. And when you put those sounds together, they make words, and then words make sentences. Sentences make paragraphs, and paragraphs make great big stories, boys and girls. Here are your list of sight words that you need to know. I, a, is, in, am, to, come. When you see an E at the end of a word, it's silent, so you stop at the letter before it. So it's come. Here we go again. We'll stop at the K. Like. See. TH makes the th sound. The. My. Yes, that Y sounds like an I, and there's a lot of words like that, boys and girls. We. And. At. Here we have a silent E again. We're going to stop at the R. Here. Come here. Not this here, boys and girls. That's spelled differently. On. Up. Look. Go. Here we have a TH again. This. It. Me. Good job, boys and girls. Thumbs up. Now the word that I have selected from our sight word list is and. A, N, D. Boys and girls, I'm going to read the story now, and I will stop on pages that have the word and I want you to point to it when you see it. Are you ready for Mrs. B to begin? This is the inside cover of the book. Look at how colorful and beautiful it is. Kiss good night. There is a fox. And there is a couple houses. And it looks like a fall day, autumn. Boys and girls, when we read, do we read left to right or right to left? We read left to right. Go to the next line and read left to right. Go to the next line and read left to right, left to right, left to right, and left to right. When we begin a new sentence, the first letter in the word starts with a big letter, boys and girls, big letter. In the little white house, Mrs. Bear was putting Sam to bed. Ready now, Sam? Oh no, said Sam. I'm waiting. Boys and girls, there is Mama Bear and there is Sam, Little Bear. Boys and girls, Sam said that Mama Bear forgot to do something. I wonder what it is. Boys and girls, let's make a prediction, shall we? A prediction is when we guess what's going to happen next in the story based on words and clues and pictures. So let's put our thinking caps on, shall we? And let's find out what Mama Bear forgot to do. Mrs. Bear sat on the bed beside Sam and they read his favorite book. And they both knew all the words because they probably read it so many times. Let's see, boys and girls. Do we have any and words on this page? Look closely. Can you point to the word and? Good job. Boys and girls, who is our main character? Or who are our characters in this story so far? Our main character is going to be Sam, but his mom is going to be a character too, boys and girls. But characters don't have to be people. They can be animals too. And also, what do you think the setting is going to be? Where does the story take place? Outside or inside? Inside of the little white house. Good job. Afterward, Mrs. Bear pulled one side of the blanket way up high under Sam's chin, and the blanket was red. She pulled the other side too, tucking it under his toes like a nest. Outside the wind blew. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Ready now, Sam? Oh no, said Sam. I'm waiting. What is Mama Bear forgetting to do? She has read him a story. She has tucked him in. What is she forgetting, boys and girls? I wonder. Let's see, do we have any and words on this page? I believe so. Point to the word and. Good job. If you're paying attention, I like that, boys and girls. Mrs. Bear arranged Sam's friends in the bed, and they all snuggled close in the blanket that was red. Outside, the rain came down. Splat on the roof. Splat is a sound word, and the big word for sound words is onomatopoeia words. Splat, splat on the windows. The wind blew. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Ready now, Sam? Oh no, said Sam. I'm waiting. I think that Mama Bear is forgetting to kiss Baby Bear goodnight based on the title Kiss Goodnight. What do you think, boys and girls? Do you think it's the kiss that Mama Bear is forgetting to do? Let's find out, shall we? Mrs. Bear poured milk in 2 glasses, and they both drank milk, and it was warm sliding down. Afterward, Mrs. Bear yawned. Oh, you must be ready now, she said. But Sam shook his head. I'm waiting, he said. So Mama Bear has read a story to Baby Bear. She has done what else, boys and girls? She has tucked him in. She gave him a glass of warm milk. But Sam still says, "You're forgetting something. I wonder what it is." Boys and girls, where is the word "and" on this page? Can you find it? Yes, it's right there. Said Mrs. Bear. Let me think. We've read a book, made a nest, arranged your friends, and had warm milk. Sam, she said, what did I forget? You know, said Sam. Mrs. Bear says, what did I forget? Boys and girls, it's important to pay attention. So put your eyes and ears, pay closely attention to Mrs. B because reading means understanding the author's message. It's not just about calling out a bunch of words. If you cannot answer reading comprehension questions after reading a page, you have truly not read anything, boys and girls. Said Mrs. Bear. Book, blanket, friends, and milk. Book, blanket, friends, and milk. Sam waited. He waited and waited with his little feet up in the air, stretching, boys and girls. Where do you see the word "and"? Can you point for Mrs. B? Good job, boys and girls. And then at last, Mrs. Bear said, "Oh, I know. Kiss good night, Sam." And she bent way down, kissing Sam once and twice, and then twice more. 4 kisses, boys and girls. Aww. Does your mother or father read bedtime stories to you, boys and girls, and give you a kiss goodnight? When Mrs. B was a little girl, I had a story read to me every single night, and I got a kiss on the forehead. Again, cried Sam. He wants more kisses. And she bent way down, kissing Sam once, twice, and twice more makes how many, boys and girls? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more kisses. So we had 4 kisses earlier. So 4 plus 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 total kisses. And boys and girls, look at, I have 2 ands on this page. Can you point to 2 ands? We have 1 and we have 2 ands. Outside the wind blew and the rain came down. Boys and girls, do you see a word "and" on these 2 pages? Point to it for Mrs. B, please. Right there. Good job. In the little white house, Mrs. Bear was taking out the light, whispering, "Kiss good night, Sam. Kiss good night." And there is little Bear sleeping with all of his stuffed animals, which are his friends. And what color is the blanket again, boys and girls? Red. And Sam went to sleep on a dark and stormy night on Plum Street, boys and girls. Now, boys and girls, is this a half moon, which is a crescent, or is it a full moon? It's a half moon. We call it a crescent. And boys and girls, do you see the word "and" on this page? I think I see 2. Can you point to them for Mrs. B? 1, 2. Good job. The end. What did you think about the story Kiss Goodnight? If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you did not like this story, give it a thumbs down. Hey, I gave it a thumbs up too. I really enjoyed sharing this book with all of you boys and girls. Now, I have an activity that you're going to do with Mrs. B. Then, after that, I have an activity that you can do at home with your family. Boys and girls, what is the difference between a fact and an opinion? A fact can be proven, but an opinion is what you think. You and I may not think the same or give the same opinion on something. So these are all fact questions. I have a little book here, and I'm going to ask you a few. And boys and girls, let's see if you can answer them for Mrs. B. Where does a wild rabbit family live? In a hole or in a burrow? In a burrow, which is a hole underground. Number 2, how many arms does an octopus have? 6 or 8? 8. He has 8 arms. Where does nectar come from, boys and girls? Where does nectar come from? Trees or flowers? Flowers. When is dawn? When the sun rises or when the sun sets? Sun rises. Where would you find coral growing? On the seabed. And last question for you. How many wings do butterflies have? 4 or 6? 4. Good job, boys and girls. And here are some of the pictures where I got my questions. And this is the coral. And the nectar comes from a flower. And the octopus has 8 hands. 1, or arms, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boys and girls, the activity that I have for you to do at home with your family is you're going to need blocks, a couple of blocks, and then also some Play-Doh, boys and girls. And what we're going to do is we're going to make out of Play-Doh Mama Bear or Mrs. Bear. Then we're also going to make Sam the little bear out of Play-Doh. And you're going to put them on a block, each of them. So Mrs. Bear will go on one block, and Baby Bear, Sam, will go on another block, boys and girls. And you are going to retell the story, how Mrs. Bear talks to Sam and how she puts him to bed. So you're going to retell the story from beginning to middle and end. All storybooks, boys and girls, have a beginning, middle, and end. And I want you to retell the story to your family members. And if you go to school, you can share this story, and with your Play-Doh figures and your blocks, you can share it with your teacher and classmates during show and tell. Boys and girls, I have another treat for you. I have somebody visiting here in my office. This is also my mini classroom. I live in the state of Michigan, and this is my house. And in the corner here, I have a round table where I sit with students and work 7 days a week. And also I have a big dry erase board that is sitting on a stand, and I do a lot of writing when I'm teaching boys and girls. No, the special guest is not the Siberian tiger. He is resting. Boys and girls, I wonder who it could be. It's Garfield. Garfield, thank you for joining Mrs. B and all of the boys and girls around the world. Can you help me say goodbye to all of them? Boys and girls, reading is fundamental, and I want to thank all of you for joining Mrs. B for this very special read aloud today. And I want to say bye for now, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.